in Dublin. University College, great host Alhambra Nieves from Spain on the whistle for this huge 14 minutes. Russia and Samoa, yes, they'll go through to the quarter-final stages, but who is going to be the number one seed? Russia happy to keep the ball moving inside their own 22. That's the confidence that they've achieved from running 19 tries in so far. As I say, 117 points they've racked up without conceding one.
Well, talking to Ramsey Tomakino, the Samoans Manusina coach, I knew, well, he said that they're going to really attack the breakdown of this Russian side. No one's tested them yet so far in their first two games, and already you've seen that Manusina seen a lot of numbers right there.
Anafui, that's the sort of unforced errors that the Samoans can really not afford in this contest for sure.
Well, in these top-class games, this is what makes a difference. It's an easy pass, dips right at the end, but Brenda Collins should have caught that, the captain, probably thinking about what she was going to do instead of what she should have done.
Samoa, who opened up so impressively with that 57-5 win over Zimbabwe, struggled at times against Madagascar. 22-10 the final score. They're going to have to put in a full 14 minutes. No chance to take the foot off the gas in this one, that's for sure. Russia, look at the pace that they're using. Burning down the middle is Marina Petrova, the captain, leading the way for Russia and getting that first try on the board. Big smiles, tells its own story.
Because Russia keep very spread on their attack, what that's done is force the Samoan defenders to go out, and it leaves a big hole in the middle, and she just spots it straight away. You can see there, there's just a little shift with the ball, threw off the defender. Just had that little 50-50 in their mind was defence, and well, this lady doesn't need a second sniff. Petrova goes straight through.
A hat-trick in the last game against Zimbabwe and already on the board against Samoa.
Well, one thing as a defence, you want to get beaten on the outside so you can leave a one-on-one for your sweeper. You don't want to get beaten in the middle where there's a lot of support players coming up the middle of the field. That was the mistake by the Manusina.
Especially when you got acceleration like the Russian captain's got. Bazet Kamedova gets her mitt in front of that to make sure that her team retake possession. Kozakova on halfway. Already this Samoan defence is being pulled around, struggling to cope with the pace and power that Russia already shown. They throw the ball away though.
Advantage not gone, advantage over.
It's back though for Russia. Lushina out to the captain again. Petrova's done it. Remember the number, because you ain't going to remember the face.
Oh, he's blowing up still, Pavel Bronowski. He's animated, isn't he? He just scored a try.
The captain's smiling. I'm not sure the coach is. But look at this execution, KT. This is what it's about.
Yeah, you can see there, just too much gas on the outside. They got a turnover in the middle of the field, and what I like about it, they look for space straight away, and they shift it there, Russia. Real feature of their game.
Yep, the early plaudits go to the number one seeds. And at the moment, Samoa have not really been able to get their attacking game into operation. What a finisher she is. Now, Samoa have to be clinical about this restart. They have to secure possession, get themselves into some sort of position to threaten the Russian defence. Great counter-rucking at the breakdown. Ball set back though by Anafui. Look at the short side, that's good balance from Bellamino. Support from Afui again. The offload is there, and the offload is going to be critical if they're going to unbalance this Russian defence and get the Samoan attack into wave motion. Well, there's the turnover, and that's what we talk, that intensity at the breakdown. Paying dividends again for Russia. Good saver.
Back.
Well, somewhat fortuitous ricochet perhaps for Samoa, but they're stuck inside their own 22.
Stay up.
Yeah, there's no way this Russian second person in is on their feet. That's the problem at the moment. On that occasion, the referee does get it the one before she didn't. Luckily for the Monistina, they were able to stop them from coming out, but they're just going to set up the play here.
A little rattled, the Samoans look at the moment, but that could all change if they could get at least one score before the break. Sieni Mosi, 4 tries in that first round. Didn't really get any game time against Zimbabwe.
Rack.
See Russia just holding firm outside the 22. Happy to let Samoa force the issue. Helen Collins sets the ball back. Just a thought of a kick there, and they lost the ball. Putty Lane
Over.
ceding possession, and here come Russia again. Seradina, there's the third try, and at the moment there's only one team in charge of this game.
Well, suffocating defence here at the moment by the Russians, just not giving Samoa any room to breathe. Seradina was the one that got the try on the outside, but it come down to the good work right there at the breakdown from the number 2, I think it was, Lushina. Just one-on-one, well, just a palm off and the easy put down.
And there is a different intensity from Russia over that breakdown ball than we're seeing from Samoa, and that's what's making the difference, obviously.
Yeah, body position there, they're going very low, Russia, on a couple of occasions, losing their feet. And a bit liberal at the breakdown is the referee, but Samoa.
He's still not happy. Demanding more, pressing his team. He wants to go to Rio.
I reckon he'd be a bloke, you get 5 presents by one person on Christmas, he'd still be unhappy.
Because he didn't get 6.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he's got 3 tries, not presents by any stretch, in this first half. Who knows, he may get 6 tries by the end of it. And then perhaps we'll see Pavel Baranovsky smile. Who knows? Stranger things have happened at sea. Right now, Russia looking for a 4th try before the break. Numbers, somebody needs to straighten up. Lushina caught in the tackle, but getting the offload in. And there is the 4th try. Kazakova, a simple finish for Ekaterina Kazakova. And really, it's a simple first half, really, for Russia.
Yes, relentless at the moment, and Samoa getting stung at the breakdown again. Another turnover in their own quarter, and, well, the nice line hit there by the number 10, Kazakova. Easy as you please.
Yeah, they've really worn this Samoan resistance down, and Ramsey Tomakino, the Samoan coach, is going to have some very wise words of wisdom at the break to try and get his team back into this match. Baranovsky, well, there'll be an oratorio from him, no doubt.
Быстрее, набирайте глубину. Ван Петров, отдай в глубину. Следующий начинать давить, из-под него понеслось. И чего вы сдержите своих контактов? Посмотри, раз контакт, 2 контакта, 3 контакта. Ну зачем? Что вас тянет туда взять, упасть и грохнуться? Ну наоборот, бегите от игрока, поперек поля. Дальше пришли, на ногах устойте так, вот ушла. И вот просто в глубину отдай мяч. Развернись, и любому игроку в глубину отдай мяч. И они побегут опять заново. Вы строите райки, кому они нужны, для чего, непонятно. Вы просто начинайте. Не получилось здесь прорваться. Остановились, в глубину откинули мяч, другой край.
Даже жопа есть, девки, играем.
Давайте, давайте. 3-4. Россия!
Well, if passion and enthusiasm can be inhaled, I think that the Russian team have had a decent dose at half-time. Certainly, Baranovsky, full of endeavour and enthusiasm, driving his team to higher things, to better things in this second half. It has been a very impressive outing from Russia on day one of the World Rugby Global Repechage Dublin Sevens, and they have lived up to their seedings at the top of the log. And again, first to the ball every time, and again they're going to run in a try. This time it's going to be Elena Zdrokova, one of the real bright young talents. Only made her debut in Sao Paulo in February and ran in 14 tries following. And Zdrokova getting the perfect start to the second half.
Yeah, and it was a great kick, wasn't it, from the kickoff? More want there by the Russian team, and what I've seen so far is across the board, they've probably got more speed than anyone else here. It really has been a big part of the game. This girl on screen has been a noted try scorer on day one, her fourth.
Well, Samoa look a little stunned, it has to be said, almost punch drunk from this deluge of Russian attacks. They've just kept coming and coming and coming at them. No let up. So effective and efficient at the breakdown. And right now, it's difficult to see anybody stopping Russia going for gold in this tournament, and of course then heading to Brazil for the Olympics. Samoa trying to fire up their engine. Quick ball to Helen Collins. You can see the work that they're trying to do off the ball as well, but Russia just seem to be so well organised, and there they have it. As soon as the ball is loose, it's a light blue shirt that gets down first. Having said that, I think that's Helen Collins. Well, can't keep hold of it for long, can they? Bobkova getting it loose, getting it free. Lushina just biding her time. Back to the number 4. Bobkova stretching out outside, trying to pull the defenders in before releasing Hamidova. And Hamidova runs in yet another score, and this game is done and dusted, and we've still got 4.5 minutes left.
Well, the impressive thing from these Russians is their line speed in defence. It's coming up nice and quick. It's not allowing Samoa to get on the outside. They're trying to affect the late cuts, but unfortunately for them, there's no go forward, so it's easy for the defence of Russia to eat that up. They're winning the battle at the breakdown, and in the end, the turnovers are killing them, and they're getting on the outside, Russia.
It's been a half dozen scores so far for Russia, continuing this really impressive attacking outlook. That means 25 tries in the tournament so far, and they really are the dominant force that we've seen on day one. Came into this tournament with such confidence. As I say, won the bowl in Clermont, got into the cup final in the European Sevens Grand Prix in Kazan. And you can see it in everything they're doing in defence and attack. Nothing that Samoa can do at the moment to break out of this steel lasso that the Russians seem to have them in. There it is again, but this time illegally they got hands on the floor.
Yeah, she gets this one right. The referee, there was hands coming up. You see, they blow over, and right there, she uses her hands. You can't do that, and knees down on the ground.
So what can the South Sea Islanders work from inside their own half? Helen Collins sets the ball back. They try and whip it out to Kelemarita Porilane. Makes a bit of headway to Samoa. Then they get the offload in. That's the critical factor to their game. That's the gear change that they need. Malia Fraser held up on the 22. Peeling back to reverse things down this short side. Helen Collins, good power from the forward. Now they're looking, but that drift defence from Russia, so quick to close the door. Again they look. Again they're held up. Brenda Collins sets it back, but see how many Samoans have been pulled in there. Bellamino tries to rescue operations. Molia Fraser. Sue Collins. Sue Peters, I beg your pardon. Sets the ball back, but again, there's a Russian reception waiting. Have they got through the door this time? No. Flags up. Ball went forward. And again, Russian defence happily able to curtail any Samoan attack.
And that'll be a pleasing thing for the Russian coach, Baranovsky. Could have been easy.
Sure?
You would assume so. He's not blown up on the sideline, so. But the thing is, they could happily give up their try, this Russian team, but I think that shows the mark of a good side, that they're still wanting to tackle, even though they're 40 points to nil up. That'll be the thing for them. They want to keep the 0 on. They've created the overlap, one-on-one. I think it's a good call by the assistant referee right there. The left foot is out there by Brenda Collins. Well done.
Crouch.
Yes, Russia have nilled all their teams so far. And no matter what Samoa try to do, they're unable to break the bagel. Russia happy to run their way out of the 22. Oh, it's so effortless, isn't it? Foot to the floor, pedal to the metal, and it's Strodkova who goes over for yet another try for Russia.
Well, one-on-one. She's just been too good in the second half. See here, this is only metres. That white line is their try line. They just put it through their hands. She's like a 400-metre runner, isn't she? She just goes on the outside. Nice swerve, but those long strides. Easy as you please, nice and smooth.
When you've got a release valve like that in your team, it's invaluable, isn't it? Full-time whistle goes. It's an emphatic performance from Russia. They will go through to the Cup quarterfinals tomorrow, maintaining their #1 seed profile. And look at that scoreline. Well, they put 58 points on Madagascar, 59 on Zimbabwe, 47 on Samoa. They're the team to fear, no question about it.
There you go. That's how Pool A has finished up. Russia dominant, scarily so. They will be feeling very confident as they go and bed down for the night and prepare themselves for tomorrow. Don't forget, playing for a place at the Rio Olympic Games. It doesn't get more exciting than that unless you're at Rio itself and you're actually playing for the gold medal.
What a touch that is. Look at that. That's perfect.
Oh, and a beautiful ball. Scintillating stuff. You want talent? Well, there it is.
He is an absolute beast.
He is too quick.